A disabled girl discovered that the medicine she'd been taking for 18 years bore a different label than expected. When her mother brought her nightly medication, she pretended to swallow it. But the moment her mother left, she spat it out immediately. She desperately needed to know what this medicine really was. That night, Daisy secretly crept downstairs and hurriedly opened the computer to search for the drug's name, only to find there was no internet connection. What she didn't realize was that her mother was watching her every move from the kitchen. The next day, while her mother was out, Daisy quickly called the pharmaceutical bureau, only to discover her mother had already conspired with them. Left with no choice, Daisy dialed a random number, begging the stranger to help her look up the drug online. The answer shocked her: red capsules for heart disease. Daisy broke into a cold sweat instantly, as the capsules she'd been taking weren't red at all. At lunchtime, Daisy suggested going to a movie. They soon arrived at the cinema, and halfway through the film, Daisy excused herself to use the restroom but fled the theater instead. She rushed toward a pharmacy and showed the green capsules to the staff, asking them to identify the medication. Their response terrified her: these were veterinary drugs that paralyzed animals' lower bodies. The effects on humans would be far worse. Just then, her mother came rushing after her. The stress triggered Daisy's asthma attack. Staring at the syringe in her thigh, she tried to call for help but couldn't speak. When she regained consciousness, a meal was already set on the table. She tried the door but found her mother had locked it from outside. Daisy glanced out the window, then ate the food to regain strength. With water held in her mouth and tools on her back, she climbed out the window. She made it to her mother's bedroom window, used her tools to heat the glass, then sprayed the water onto it. The glass shattered instantly. She laid down the bedsheet she'd brought and climbed through successfully, but her asthma flared up again. Daisy quickly opened the door and crawled back to her bedroom for her inhaler. She then wheeled herself to the staircase and pressed for the lift, only to find her mother had sabotaged it. With no other option, Daisy pushed her wheelchair down the stairs first, then tumbled down after it. Perhaps a blessing in disguise, she discovered she could move her toes. Though the movement was slight, it was miraculous to her. Overwhelming joy gave Daisy a surge of strength. She struggled to her feet, got into her wheelchair, and began her escape. Perhaps too anxious, she nearly got hit crossing the street. The driver jumped out to check on her and saw she seemed to be asking for help. When he asked what was wrong, Daisy, as if seeing a savior, immediately told him about her mother's actions. The kind driver decided to help, lifting her into his vehicle. Just as he was about to close the door, Daisy's mother suddenly appeared. Daisy watched in horror at her mother's cruel tactics. Captured in her escape attempt, Daisy was locked in a storage room by her mother. The place was cluttered with random junk. There she found the college acceptance letter she'd long awaited. Clearly her mother had hidden the truth. Daisy's emotions completely shattered. She never imagined her mother could be so controlling. Then she discovered several death certificates, all bearing names identical to hers. Beneath them was a newspaper clipping about a missing girl. Seeing all this, Daisy instantly understood everything. 18 years ago, her mother's newborn had died in an accident, causing her mental breakdown. She had stolen someone else's child to raise as her own daughter. That stolen girl was Daisy herself.